That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? Speaking of Netflix and limited theatrical releases, there's a film that a lot of people are very excited about because the trailer came out and it was awesome. Guillermo Del Toro's Frankenstein with Oscar Isaac looks fantastic, looks really good. And now we have found out, according to Forbes, that it's getting a theatrical release. They said this. On Monday, however, Netflix Tudum announced that Frankenstein will be released in select theaters on October 17th and then lurches onto Netflix on November 7th, so about 3 weeks later. The number of theaters Frankenstein will be playing on is yet to be announced. The select theaters announcement means that the film will only play in limited release, in all likelihood to qualify for award season, like events like the Oscars, Golden Globes, Critics' Choice Awards, and all the Guild Awards. All right, so it is not a new thing that movies will sometimes, that aren't even ever had a plan to be theatrical, will get into just a couple of theaters to meet the requirements to be eligible for Oscars, Golden Globes, Critics' Choice, that sort of thing. But sometimes they do much more than that, even though they're still technically, because limited release, Rob, can mean anything from 2 theaters to, 900 theaters. I find it interesting that they're saying they're going to put out this Frankenstein thing on October 17th, which again is a number of weeks before its Netflix stream. So it's got a little bit of a runway. If you look at this right now, and again, I think this is going to do nothing but be good for Netflix. I think by putting this in theaters first, when they do launch it on November 7th, I think it's going to have a bigger launch than it would have if you just put it to Netflix. But there's no word right now about how many theaters. Is it going to be 10 to 15? I doubt they would have announced we're putting it out in theaters at the Tudum event if it's just 5 or 6 theaters. Could it be 1,000 theaters? Could it be 200 theaters? How big of a release do you think they're going to give it? Obviously limited, but limited can mean a lot of things. How big of a release do you think they're going to give it? And then secondly, how big of a deal is this for Netflix to do something like this with the Guillermo Del Toro film?
I think it's a huge deal. I mean, they didn't do it with his Pinocchio.
No, they didn't.
And the fact you have Oscar Isaac, as Dr. Frankenstein, and this film looks visually just absolutely stunning. First of all, this movie's coming out for Halloween. And if they don't, Halloween has become bigger over the last decades. I think probably a lot of that is, believe it or not, fueled by The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I really do think that, look at this shot right here. I think that
so gorgeous.
Yeah,
and
I think that if Netflix was smart, there's no reason why a streamer that's making movies can't also come out and say we're bringing you, Netflix is bringing you the Halloween to movie theaters you've always wanted. Come see one of our great fantasists, one of our great horror directors showing you his take on one of the greatest monster stories of all time. In the way only he can. They should push the hell out of this. They should push it on social media. They should say that it's the Halloween experience that you've never had. Guillermo Del Toro, he's like one of these beloved pop culture figures. Who doesn't love Guillermo Del Toro? He's kind of like, in a way, there's a Tim Burton element to him. There's a Kevin Smith element to him. He belongs to the fans. He is a fan, and it's like if they don't take advantage of this, it should be a major release for 3 weeks over Halloween. They should own Halloween with this. There's so many different. I don't think they have the marketing wit to do it. To be honest, I don't think but they should. Now you're asked the question: how many theaters they're going to put this in? I'd put this in 3,500 theaters, or put it on 3,500 screens,
which would obviously not be limited.
No,
you know it's going to be limited. So how many do you really think that means?
Because
I agree with you. I would put this thing on 3,000 screens.
Because
that's what I would.
Netflix is still thinking like, what does it matter to them? They have to book the theaters. You think that theater owners wouldn't want to book this in like the Dolby cinemas of the world? You think AMC or Harkins Theater wouldn't put it in its Cine XL thing? They need to push this. By the way, John, in my neighborhood, 2 blocks from my house, one of the neighbors on a major street has put up a gigantic and ornate Halloween display in their front yard. It's huge. It's August.
Yeah,
it's the middle of August, and there's a gigantic Halloween display in their yard, which, by the way, is dope. If you're on Cajon in Redlands, check it out. It's up by Prospect Park. It's amazing. Halloween's big, baby. They should cash in on this. I mean, the Criterion, the release, they do a 4K Halloween thing. Most of the companies are celebrating Halloween. Canopy, the great Canopy for libraries, they celebrate Halloween. Here's our great new Halloween titles. Why isn't Netflix pushing the hell out of this already?
Well, I mean, they got some time to build up to it.
I know, man.
And so let's see how much they actually put into it. Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. What a great time to be a sports fan. Basketball playoffs are on. Hockey playoffs are on. It is the perfect time to jump into the action with PrizePicks, the easiest and most fun way to turn your sports knowledge into real winnings. PrizePicks is daily fantasy made really simple. Just pick more or less on a few player projections, like points, assists, goals, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. For example, this week I've got Jalen Brunson for more than 24.5 points, or Jason Tatum for more than 6.5 rebounds. I love how fast and easy it is to lock in a lineup in just under a minute. Plus, they've got a couple of weekly features, like, for example, Flex Friday. If your lineup doesn't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds. And every Tuesday, check out Taco Tuesday for discounted player projections up to 25% off. So download the app today and use the code CAMPEA to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAMPEA to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Netflix is saying they are going to give a theatrical release, limited, but limited can mean a lot of things, for Guillermo Del Toro's new Frankenstein movie. It's a very good move on their part, but how far are they going to go with it? What do you think they should do? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.